Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand, Centennial World. Welcome back to Mini Scroll, everyone. Happy Monday and happy November. I cannot believe it is November. I feel like I probably say that at the beginning of every single month, but I swear I was just sitting here saying like, happy October 1st. And that's unwell. That is unwell. Anyways, let's get into the stories for today. As always, over the weekend, a lot happened, so I had to pick and choose, but I have 3 stories for you guys today. So the first is that Lindsey Shaw is going viral for complaining about Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide not getting rebooted again. Okay, so Lindsey Shaw, who is a child star turned podcaster, is going viral for a video she posted this weekend that she has since deleted. So in the TikTok, Lindsey compared Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide to Spiderman, asking why Spiderman has had so many opportunities to be rebooted, but studios cannot give Ned's Declassified even just one.
I just don't understand how Spider-Man can be remade 437,896 times and Ned's Declassified can't even get reboot once. Not even reboot once for a crappy TV movie. Just let us have a crappy TV movie.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Lindsey played Mose on the show, and she has a podcast with 2 other cast members, Devin Werkheiser, who played Ned, and Daniel Curtis Lee, who played Cookie. So people kind of lost their minds at this clip of Lindsey for a few reasons. The first is the desperation from these 3 to hold on to this little bit of relevance from their childhood. It's just been so strong. They seem to have this really inflated view of how important or how impactful or even just how popular Ned's Declassified was in the scheme of iconic kids shows. Second, Lindsey has been really problematic over the years and people just don't like her. In 2021, she was called out for being microaggressive against a group of Black dancers on TikTok. So she reacted negatively to a viral video of Black men dancing to this trend, and she was basically like, why does this video have so many views? But then she was caught hyping up a bunch of white creators in their comments participating in that same trend and doing that same dance. And then when she was called out, she made this really cringe and inappropriate video where she was sobbing into her phone, basically saying that the hate against her is not okay and needs to stop.
I did not mean anything in any kind of way. I am learning every day, as I think everybody is. And this kind of hate just needs to evaporate from the planet, no matter who it's directed towards. Crocodile tears, no, dude. This is my soul out there. I am sorry you were offended. I think we all need to vibrate higher for the future.
And then recently, Lindsey and just the entire podcast in general came under fire when the host made disrespectful comments about the Quiet on Set documentary, where they basically made fun of the fact that their set was safe and others obviously weren't, especially in that documentary. It was a Nickelodeon documentary, or it was about Nickelodeon shows. They were a Nickelodeon show. They were making fun of how their set was safe, others weren't. And then they made this sex joke about Drake Bell in the context of the documentary, where he obviously spoke out about what happened to him on set and what happened on their set. And in general, people are like, this show is not going to get a reboot because of the podcast. The show itself was not that iconic, but even if it was, or even if there were possibilities for it to get rebooted, the podcast has destroyed any opportunity for them, because it's just these 3 people that keep getting these 3 cast members that keep getting so much backlash for how they talk about themselves, the show, their relationships on this podcast. The podcast is very adult content. They talk a lot about how they were all sleeping with each other and just these really adult themes, which obviously the reboot would be about adulting, it wouldn't be about middle school anymore, but still it's just in the context of being a Nickelodeon show, a Nickelodeon reboot, and then them constantly trying to profit off of this nostalgia. It is so cringe and it feels so desperate and people hate them. Okay, so the next story that I have for you guys is a small update on the Grace O'Malley and Brianna Chickenfry situation. But Grace O'Malley has addressed the Brianna Chickenfry birthday drama. So I saw this on Tori's story from Ready to Be Petty, the podcast, and I verified with her that it was posted on Grace's story and then it was deleted. So I didn't see it myself, but I saw it on Tori's stories. So Grace had posted what looks like a video of her and Zach Bryan. She wrote over top of it, "Now that I have your attention, this last year and however many has been quite the whirlwind for Brianna and I's friendship. Yes, there's no denying that. But I wouldn't feel right if I didn't at least ask nicely for you guys to please give her the space and time that she needs to move on and heal." So I'm going to say that seems like some type of confirmation that something quite big is going on in their friendship, as a lot of fans have speculated. I was kind of on the fence about if I thought anything was going on, but I'm going to say that response tells me there might be more to the story than I was thinking, and probably a lot of fans are feeling quite validated in their speculation about what was going on in their friendship. And if you guys don't know, go back. I've covered like the different sagas, like all the different like things that have happened in this saga over the last couple of weeks, in why people think that something is going on with their friendship. Okay, and the last story that I have for you guys is that MrBeast has fired as many as 10 employees as the internal investigation into his company concludes. On Friday, MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, tweeted out that the 3-month investigation into his company has finished and he wanted to let his fans know the result. So months ago, Jimmy hired a firm to investigate his workplace environment and culture after there were allegations against former and current employees, namely Ava Tyson, of sexual misconduct and grooming minors. So he posted this like 2-page document, but this is as per CBS News. They write, "The nearly 3-month investigation found no basis behind allegations that MrBeast team members committed sexual misconduct or knowingly employed people with proclivities or histories towards illegal or questionable legal conduct." So given everything that keeps coming out about Jimmy and his company, like in addition to all of this like Ava Tyson stuff, a lot of fans basically don't buy the results of this investigation, since the investigation was self-funded and like conducted by the company itself, essentially, right? Like the firm that was hired by the company. So some of the top replies to him tweeting this out. So MrBeast tweeted, "A 3-month investigation into allegations regarding my company has concluded. The law firm / investigators reviewed millions of documents, messages, and conducted 39 interviews. I was asked to refrain from making public statements to enable a detailed and unbiased investigation. Below are their conclusions." And that's where he posted the 2-page document. And then the top replies are, "No way, the guys you paid found you innocent." And "We've investigated ourselves and found ourselves innocent." That being said, there were obviously up to 10 employees who were fired. So they did claim that there were like isolated incidents of like misconduct that I'm assuming led to some of these firings, but they claim sexual misconduct was like not happening. This is not uncommon, right? Like when companies go through maybe like a big PR crisis or like an HR crisis, they will hire their own external firm to conduct investigations, like and kind of advise them on how to move forward. Like that's not actually that unusual. I think people just are like, okay, well, it seems like things are not as they seem at MrBeast & Co. So it's hard to believe that these actually are the true results. Anyways, guys, that's it for Mini Scroll today. Thank you so much for listening. I love you guys. Please rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me grow. Please rate us on Spotify. We're trying to get our star ratings up. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.